Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it is time for Robcast Live number 13, coming at you uncut and unrated from Spreaker Podcast and Robcast Radio. So here's Zombie, and here it goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Robcast Live. I might possibly have a vent here tonight at Robcast Live this morning, whichever way you want to look at it. I could possibly have a vent. I don't know, guys. But definitely, as we always like to start off your show by saying thank you to the Army, thank you to the Navy, thank you, Air Force, and thank you, Marines, for doing what you bad motherfuckers do to keep our country free. I also like to say thank you to the police officers, thank you to all of the firefighters and the EMTs, all of you first responders, because whenever everyone else runs away from danger, you guys are trained to run right into it, so for that, I give you respect. So tonight you might have noticed that we're going to talk a little bit about free will, a couple of my events. Man, I could just sit here and vent for a few minutes about modern technology. I could vent about modern technology, cell phones, maybe. My cell phone is, I ordered one that I thought had enough memory to do everything that I needed it to do. And it did. It did a great job. And it did a tremendously better job than the one that I had before that. That being said, I did order something called a phablet, which is half phone, half tablet. No, I'd never heard of it before either. It came in last week. I opened it up. I tried to take the back off of it. I actually achieved taking the back off of it and broke the screen, sent it back. Finally, another one, a brand new one, arrived today. So I'll be happy to say I will get with the cellular phone company, and I have no idea how the dual SIM and all that stuff, quad core, dual SIM, all the gigabytes of memory we need in order to bring you guys some better audio nuggets and maybe some video and things like that. And, yeah, so I get the new phone in today, and I was going to take the back off of it like I did the other one without breaking it, okay? And I started to, and I study the phone for a little while, and it's like a little access panel is supposed to come off, and the other one I'd taken the whole phone completely in half, which is like a big no-no. So yeah, I definitely just ripped a brand new phone in half. Because I can't leave things alone. Just people riding around, guys. I just notice it's the weather to ride motorcycles. And I notice a lot of people riding around without helmets. And just remember, you know, I do know a gentleman that, I knew of a gentleman that just went to make a U-turn on his motorcycle without a helmet, and he hit a telephone pole, and his brain shot out the back of his head. So you have $600 for a helmet. A helmet sounds expensive. Have you priced brain surgery lately? We'll talk a little bit about rock and roll. Guys, I don't know if you've ever heard of the band called Tantric, Tantric. But Tantric is a band that I happened to miss their show last night. So if you were at the Scout Bar, then yes, you know that Tantric was there last night. And that they rocked that house. Tantric did a great job. And they're also, tonight, they happen to be at Kane's Ballroom in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Chris Ryder happens to be celebrating his birthday right about now. So I don't think he's listening to the show. But however, some of his peeps might be listening. So shout out. You guys take care of Chris. make sure he makes it home tonight, and that he's ready for work tomorrow, whatever the hell he needs to do. So, rock and roll. Enjoy your birthday. And Tantric, guys. Tantric, you might have heard the song Breakdown. Tantric is a band from Louisville, Kentucky. They were formed right around, say, 1999-ish. And they have their guitar players named Todd Whitener. They've got Jesse West, Matt Tall, Hugo Ferreira. And yeah, guys, check out Tantric. Their latest and greatest happens to be titled The Blue Room Archives. So check out The Blue Room Archives by Tantric. And that's just a little bit, I don't know, I was going through a bunch of old music and recording some stuff to listen to, just in case, you know. I happen to have a little bit of a shoulder ache, so any beautiful young ladies that happen to know a little bit about massaging you're welcome to just email me, message me, whatever. Let me know what's up. Anyway, so check out Tantric. I will get a live perspective from the show, and we'll see what kind of crazy antics were going on behind the closed stage doors backstage at Kane's Ballroom happening tonight. We'll get with that probably tomorrow or the next day. And so on into the show. But before we get into free will and talking about free will, and you know, you have free will for a reason, and we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll be back in about 51 seconds, guys. Are you feeling naughty? Naughty? Feeling naughty? Are you feeling
NaughtyGirlClothing.net, NaughtyGirlClothing.net, NaughtyGirlClothing.net. Hey, are you feeling naughty, but you're sitting around in some stained t-shirt and unbecoming bottoms? NaughtyGirlClothing.net has got you covered. Actually, from size 2 to 2X, baby. Now there's no excuse for your sexy ass to get some action, or just look hot as hell for yourself, because that's what counts. You, from fun to fantasy, become part of our Naughty Girl family. NaughtyGirlClothing.net, NaughtyGirlClothing.net.
rock and roll, guys? And if you do, not if you do, but when you do, right now, hand your girl, or if you're a female, grab your credit card and go to Naughty Girl Clothing and check it out. Use the coupon code Zombie Girls. If you use the coupon code Zombie Girls, that's where you will get a discount on your order, and you'll also get free shipping. So help me to support a really good company that has a really awesome product. Believe that, ladies and gentlemen, you will all be pleased with the quality of product, and also the price range there. It's not going to break your budget. I'm not going to mention any other name brands, but guys, take my word for it. Check out NaughtyGirlClothing.net. You will not be disappointed, especially if you're a zombie girl. Let's talk a little bit about free will, guys. Free will. What is free will? Free will is your ability to decide to do whatever it is that you want to do on your own. No one can make that decision for you but you. And no matter how much you want to, or you think it is for someone's best interest, right? You cannot impose your your will onto another person. And any person that tries to impose their will onto you, right, is weak-willed, and they assume the same of you. And that means that if you have to manipulate the situation, or you have to manipulate someone in order for them to agree with you, or in order for them to, make the same decision that you're going to make, then it's just not intended. Everyone's purpose on this planet is to fill their place in society and to live and to constantly advance and move forward and build on what they already know and make great things happen. And that's why every man have their own free will, because you're in control of your own destiny, and you should not ever have to impose your will on anyone else. And when that comes to, let's say, relationships, whether it be with your family or with your significant other, with your siblings, with your parents, you cannot impose your will onto other people. And even it comes into effect, even, let's say, whenever you have someone with emotional problems or someone that have substance abuse problems. All we can do is try to guide them to the path of advancement and to fill in their place in society. But we cannot impose our will onto them. They have to realize things for themselves. And, how exactly you make that happen, I have no idea. It just has to come around full circle naturally. And, that's just part of the way the good Lord's plan, and the part of the monistic being, the one thinking substance that permeates and penetrates the universe. That just happens to be the way that works. So yeah, don't try to impose your will on other people, and other people that try to impose their will upon you assume that you are weak-willed, right? And they are definitely weak-willed. It's kind of like the guy, like a technician. Let's just say I build motorcycles from scratch. I happen to also be a decent teacher of the mechanical arts when it comes to building, fabricating, restoring, or repairing anything to do with mechanical items. So see, I do not try to cover the light and keep it to myself. I'm always trying to teach and trying to continue the advancement of motorcycling, and I don't mind teaching everything that I know, because believe that, someone knows more, and the minute that I realize that I really don't know anything is the minute that you kind of become a mastermind. I don't know it all. I don't want to know it all. But what I do know, and at the age of over 40, I do not mind sharing with other people. And that has to do with free will. That just happens to be the way that I'm wired at this point in time. You're welcome to, I know you're probably not listening live at 1:37 a.m. You're probably out at the club having a few drinks, and if that happens to be the case, please drink responsibly, get a designated driver, call an Uber. Please don't call me while I'm on the show, but you can, if you don't mind, in riding on the back of my motorcycle. I'm kidding, I don't really pick up drunk people, but I will call a cab for you. Just to give you guys an open line to follow the show while you're here at Spreaker Podcast. If you don't have the Spreaker Podcast app, download it into your device and follow me right here at Spreaker Podcast. I'll let you know some other great podcasts to listen to, like, let's say, The Joe Rogan Experience. You could listen to Hollywood Babylon with Ralph Garman. You can listen to Cannabis Radio with Tommy Chong. There's The Nerdist. You can go through there, just scroll through the Spreaker Podcast app, and there's all kinds of interesting programming, and Spreaker Podcast happens to be the #1 podcasting app on the planet Earth. So get it